What's up, everybody? You got Specs here, and today we're going to be talking about my round 1 playoffs against the Pokemon Gogoats in the Woods Draft League. So, we are in the top 8 phase of the tournament, of the Draft League now, and so we got only about a couple of weeks left, I think 2, and after that the season will be done, which is a little sad to hear, but stuff needs to move on, I guess. I'm probably going to be done after this season for draft leagues. Not done, but just like I'm gonna take a break. I want to do some other content for this channel, so I'm probably gonna take a break from draft leagues after this, and yeah. But if you guys are interested in this draft league, the Woods Draft League, I will put a couple of YouTubers in my description who are in this draft league as of this moment, and you guys get to follow them for next season. So feel free to, look at their channels and such. But anyway, so we're fighting against the Pokemon Gogoats. I am going to speed through his team real quick because I've already covered this before. If you want a more in-depth analysis of everything he has, you can go ahead and watch my video, which I will also leave in the description, on him when we played a couple weeks back. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into this. So we got Zeraora. It's a very strong mixed attacker and is extremely fast, making it's probably the fastest viable thing in the tier. Pokemon in the tier, what am I even saying? And yeah, good mixed attacks and stats, and it's got a lot of moves to benefit that. You can set up on both sides with Calm Mind and Bulk Up. You got Plasma Fist. You got a lot of different options in terms of coverage, and yeah. Mamoswine, we got a very offensive Stealth Rocker, which is really nice, and honestly, we didn't have a lot of those. I think we still don't really. Anyway, so Ground Ice, very good stat combination. Stealth Rocker, as I mentioned before, is already really great. Ice Shard is also extremely cool for priority and such. Endeavor is also a really nice tech with Focus Sash. You can neutralize the start pretty well with that. Crawdon, we got a very strong boy. 120 base attack plus adaptability means that this thing is hitting like a truck. Crabhammer and Knockoff are very good stabs to spam, and that combined with either Choice Band or Life Orb, Dragon Dance / Swords Dance is pretty intimidating. Also gets Aqua Jet to mitigate its speed issue a little bit, which is also pretty cool. Next up we got Doublade. With EV Light, this thing is extremely bulky on the physical side. It's not going to be taking much at all from even super effective hits. And it's also very strong, and it gets Swords Dance, which is pretty good for it. It also gets Shadow Sneak priority, so that's nice as well. And also gets Close Combat for coverage, which is also nice. Next up we got Celebi. It being one of the Pixie Mythicals means that it gets 100 in all of its stats, and that makes it already extremely versatile, but it makes it even more versatile. What makes it even more versatile is its move pool. Got a lot of special setups with Calm Mind and Nasty Plot, and you also have Swords Dance if you wanted to try the physical moveset, because that's good Sucker Punch, which is pretty interesting. And Trick Room too, which is good. Yeah, speaking of which, Trick Room and other moves like that help with its utility. Heal Bell, Recover, Leech Seed is all pretty decent. Also gets Thunder Wave, Toxic, which is all very nice. Has some good pivoting potential with U-Turn. Yep, and then next up we got Grimmsnarl. Extremely good screen setter, probably the best screen setter in the OU metagame right now. But this isn't OU, this is Draft League. It's still the best screen setter. Prankster is a very nice ability. Dark Fairy is pretty decent typing. You can do screens with this thing with Taunt and Thunder Wave or Spirit Break, and then you also have the option of running a bulk up set, because this thing's physical attack is actually pretty good. So a Spirit Break plus some Dark move is pretty decent coverage already, and then you can think of something else for its last or something like that. I don't know. Next up, we got the last 5. I don't anticipate him to bring any of this stuff, but we're just gonna go through this anyway. Haunter. It's pretty decently strong and it's decently fast. It's just not super amazing though. Stabs are pretty hard to switch into most of the time. Because if you were say Specs, then like a Steel type that takes the poison hit is going to take a really strong damage from the Ghost Stab. I don't know, something like that. Wisp is also pretty nice. You can do Wisp Hex with this thing. You can also do Destiny Bond, which is also pretty nice, and there's a humongous utility boot pull if you want to try that out with Haunter. Oh, and Gengar, and yeah. Anyway, so next up we got Noivern. Heavy duty boots plus defog is very nice. You know, gets rid of your hazards pretty consistently. Frisk is also pretty interesting. It's not that great in stuff that isn't Draft League, but in Draft League you get to see what type of text that your opponents are running. So that's pretty nice. It also is decently strong, and it has some high power stat moves to go along with that, that being Hurricane and Draco Meteor, so that's pretty nice as well. It also has U-turn for momentum. Next up we got Colossal. Flash Fire is pretty cool. Fire Rock typing, on the other hand, is not as cool, but yeah. We got Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, and Spikes for that hazards and hazard control. Excuse me. And then we also have Fire and Rock Stab is pretty hard to switch into, generally speaking. Just have a Water Ground type like me. So yeah, there's that, and also gets Will-O-Wisp to cripple physical attackers. Sock is meh. It's strong, but it just doesn't have the other stats to back it up. Close combat, you know, is going to be hitting pretty hard off this Pokemon. Sturdy Counter is also pretty interesting tech that I have seen in the past. Yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say about this thing. Last off, we got Why Not. We all know what this thing does. Counter, Destiny Rod, Encore, and Mirror Coat. Occasionally, there might be Safeguard over one of these moves in order to prevent hazard, not just hazard status, but you generally want to learn these 4 moves. So anyway, that was his team, and I'm going to go over my team. If you have watched the video of the last time I fought against Pokemon Gogoats, you would notice that this is pretty much the exact same team. I thought that this team did really solid against this team overall, so I didn't really feel the need to switch up much. I really tried to think of something to change, because I don't know, I just didn't feel right, but after I thought about it a lot, I just realized that, you know, this team does really well against it in general. I'm just going to keep it as it is. So, yeah, we got Wish Tech Teleport Clef with full Phys Def instead of full Speed Def because he has a lot more physical attackers. We got a pretty standard Conkeldurr, except I got Defog in order to get rid of hazards. Random Berry Size Toad so I can prevent Zero Aura from doing too much shenaniganery to me. We got a Weavile here with Choice Band, and this is what the one change I did make is that I did make Weavile. I let Weavile be slower than Timid Noivern, which is the only thing that was keeping the Weavile jolly. I decided that since I have Ice Shard, I don't think it really matters if Noivern's faster than me. And so yeah, I just kept my Weavile fast enough to outpace modest or just neutral speed nature from Noivern. So yeah. Next up we got Chandelure, which kept it Choice Scarf. We got Overheat over Fire. It used to be Fire Blast because Overheat will one-shot the Mamoswine. And then we got Flamethrower, Energy Ball, and Shadow Ball. Just stabbed. The last time we got Resurrade. Keeping it the exact same, just enough to outspeed Mamoswine. We got Sleep Power Spikes, and Shadow Ball and Gleam. So yeah. Alright, so without further ado, let me get right into the battle. I'm gonna switch right now. There we go. Alright, so light theme, disgusting. Keep dark. Alright, so looking at the matchup we have right here, he brought a lot of different shit than I was expecting, which is generally bad. Colossal, you know, Noivern, and Haunter. I wasn't really expecting any of those 3. So yeah, he really mixed me up this time. So yeah. So let's just get right into it, right? Oh, I forgot to explain the whatever. Okay, but yeah, I led Chandelure because I was just like, you know what, it's gonna do a lot of damage to pretty much everything here. I'm just gonna lead off with it. And I think last time he let off a Celebi, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, no, he didn't. I don't know, but yeah, I just let Chandelure because it just does a lot of damage, and it kind of can 1v1 most things here, provided they are certain sets. Like, for example, if it's not Scarf Hunter, then I one-shot it with Shadow Ball, but if it is Scarf, then I lose. But anyway, so I lead off Chandelure against the Noivern. He first my Scarf. He switches out fearing the Shadow Ball, which I do go for, and that Colossal is extremely specially bulky. So yeah, I guys decide to go to Conkeldurr here. I'm just gonna get my rocks. Nah, I'm not gonna get my rocks. He's gonna get his rocks, but I'm gonna get my Flame Ward activated, so my Conkeldurr is a much bigger threat. I just go for the knockoff here. Yep, I go for knockoff, but it is Colberberry Celebi, so that's pretty scary for my Conkeldurr. I decide to switch out to my Clef, and then he goes into Grimmsnarl here, but he makes a bad double, I'm assuming, which is why I switches back out to Haunter as I go for double into Roserade, predicting the Haunter switch in. Sorry guys, I don't really remember this game all too much. So I go for Sleep Powder on the Haunter, and I realize that he's freaking Safety Goggles Colossal, which means this thing walls my Roserade front to back forever. Goddamn. So anyway, I go into Conkeldurr here. I just think that I can take pretty much any hit he goes for. He doubles out into Celebi, which is a very good play from his part. I go back in Clef, trying to sponge a hit. He goes for Psychic, only does about 30. So he doesn't have too much special attack investment, because I am not specially defensive Clef. So I just go for Teleport here on his Recover, and I go into Chandelier, trying to scare out the Celebi, which I do. I go for the Shadow Ball, which only does about 22%. I switch out into Roserade here on the Thunder Wave, which is pretty good because I have Natural Cure, so it's not too bad. He goes to Colossal again. I just go for Dazzling Beam, trying to damage the Grimmsnarl. Doesn't end up happening. I go into Clef here on the Creed Crash. Yeah, Clef is just taking absolutely everything from this end. He goes to Zero Aura here, and I just go for the Wish. And here, like, this Clef sits on Zero Aura for the most part. As long as it's not bulk up, I don't really care. Because Osmofist is definitely gonna do less than half, which is all I need to hear because I can technically win the 1v1 provided it's not bulk up. So he just goes for knockoff here, trying to get rid of my leftovers, I'm assuming, or predicting switch. I just go for the Moonblast here if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I just go for Teleport. Okay, so yeah, okay, because I was just like, I can sponge any hit from the Zero Aura, so then I just teleport, whatever. I can get my health back later. Go on Assassin here. Obviously he's gonna be scared out. I think I just go for Rocks. Oh, I go for I go for Earth Power. Pretty stupid on my part. I probably should have just gone for Rocks there. Anyway, Celebi tries to Giga Drain, hoping he catches me on the stay in. Celebi sets a Calm Mind as I teleport out, and I realize I have to go Weavile because Chandelier is not gonna kill this thing one, and I don't want him chipping my Chandelier too much, considering rocks are up, which means I'll be at 50%, and I'm assuming +1 Psychic is probably gonna kill me at that percent. I go into Weavile here, and I just go for the Icicle Crash because it's better against his whole team, and I just completely demolish that Grimmsnarl. Goes to Zero over here, and I just go back in Clef. I don't care. He keeps trying to predict my Assassin, but it ain't gonna happen because I have Clef, which also sits on the Zero Aura pretty well. Unfortunately, he gets a crit here, which kind of sucks because I teleported. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But as you'll see, my Clef will come back. So I go Assassin Toad here. This time I go for rocks, right? Please tell me I went for rocks. Thank you. So yeah, and then I decided I was like, you know what? I don't really have a good switch into Noivern, especially since my Clef is so chipped and all that stuff. So like, I was just like, screw it. I have other ways of dealing with the Zero Aura. I'm just gonna let the Assassin Toad go. He just goes for U-turn here, which is very nice. Yeah, I mean, Assassin Toad lived any hit from Noivern anyway, and knocking off a Teddy Doo boost would be very nice. So yeah. Anyway, he U-turns, he goes into Celebi, and as I go for my knockoff, yeah, I was trying to chip. Celebi doesn't take much from that. I go to Roserade here to try and sack it. He goes for Recover. I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going for spikes. Yeah, Colossal takes 25%. Gets the Shadow Ball. Oh, no, wait, I went for Shadow Ball. Yeah, because I was trying to sack my Roserade. Yeah, sorry. Oh, God, I really don't remember this battle. I was trying to sack my Roserade. Yeah, I was trying to get as much damage as I could, basically. Because he probably could have started Calm Mind setuping my Roserade there. Yeah, so setting up spikes is probably not the best idea. Anyway, I get Colossal comes in the Roserade, and I realize that he definitely has to get rid of his rocks. Well, he doesn't have to, but I just predicted that he just Rapid Spin here, so I just put for Shadow Ball again. As he does go for Spin, and now I get to knock up Colossal for free, which is pretty nice. Crit does not matter there, I'm assuming. Noivern comes in here. I'm just like, I don't got switches since Noivern, I got a sack. So Hurricane comes in and it just completely demolishes me. I go into Weavile here to scare it out, and I just like, at this point, like, I was doing some calcs. Zero Aura, like, almost gets, like, if I get some favorable rolls, Zero Aura gets 2-hit KO by Ice Shard. Celebi obviously gets 2-hit KO'd. Haunter always gets 2-hit KO. Like, so Bandit Ice Shard from Weavile is just completely gonna destroy him. So Ice Shard completely destroys Noivern, obviously, unless he was running Yachi, which would have been annoying. But yeah, he goes to Zero here. He goes for Positive Fist, and I finally go Toad because I can't go Clef on this. He goes into Celebi here. I pulled the aggressive double into Clef because my Clef needs that help. Yeah, so yeah, 35% I should take any Psychic from the Celebi, and yeah, Zero comes in, but it's too late. I got my Wish up already, and then I'm just gonna Protect here to get my health back. He goes for Bulk Up, which is pretty scary. But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm gonna give my Sazatoad the free switch in, because well, no, I was okay. Oh god, I really don't remember the game. Sorry. Yeah, so I think in this one I was just trying to sack Clef. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so I got my health up. I was just trying to chip the Zero Aura into range for Sazatoad because Earth Power is not a guaranteed one-shot on Zero Aura, especially if he's running some like HP and Spadef investment. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna chip the Zero Aura first, make sure it's dead for my when my Sazatoad cuts in, because he doesn't have Grass Knot, so he can't really touch my Sazatoad at all. Goes on a Haunted here on my Wish. I just switched straight on to Sazatoad because why not? I resist Sludge Wave, which is what he was probably gonna go for, which he did. Get my health back, and then I just go for the knockoff here to kill the Haunter. Really nice. He goes Celebi here, obviously. I just go into Clef here to get the safe switch using a teleport. Set the Calm Bound again. Yeah, I just go teleport, I go back and Weavile. At this point, like, I'm just gonna go for the crash. Thankfully, I don't miss, which would have been pretty bad if I did. And then Zero comes in here. I'm not going to let him bulk up for free, so I go for the Ice Crash. It does not kill, unfortunately, but I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. The 10% and a bunch of my stuff can revenge kill the Zero at this percentage anyway. So I decided to finish it off with my Sazatoad. Yeah. So, knockout is a lot, but yeah, I killed it. So yeah, that was the battle. Dolphin Wizard here saying ban Clef. Couldn't agree more. Clef really did put in a lot of work there. He just kind of sat on his entire team, pretty much. Like, Kuda really couldn't do much of that. And also, Weavile also was extremely scary for his entire team as well. Bandit Icicle Crash, he has absolutely no switch-ins for. So, yeah. Yeah, that was the game. So, I have won my first round 1 playoffs match, and now I'm going on to round 2. I will be fighting the Woodsy Knockdowns, which I have fought previously, as is the same case with Kuda here. Unfortunately, Woodsy is Woodsy is very, very scary, I'm gonna be honest. Woodsy was fighting Apricot Manetrix in his round 1 playoffs, and he won. Which, I mean, either one of them, I am not really happy to see in a run to the championship title. But you know what? I have to win. No, I don't have to win, but I'm gonna try. So yeah, next week I'm gonna be fighting. Well, actually, this week I'm gonna be fighting Woodsy Knockdown, and hopefully it goes well for me. So thank you all for watching. It's gonna be a shorter video today, and yeah, subscribe or something, I guess. Okay, bye.